birthday to me. Today I'll be turning 19 and I'm like, oh, I've been waiting for this age for as long as I can think. I think I've always wanted to like turn this adulthood. But anyhow, adult is a lot. Adult is a lot. So welcome on board. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're joining me, my name is Omoye. I am the girl loved by God, and I talk about 4 different aspects of growth, which is finance, personal growth, career growth, and your work with God, spiritual growth, your identity in Christ. So sit back and be edutained. Today I'll be talking about gratitude, because last year when I turned 18, things didn't really go as I wanted it to be, but this year, no matter what happens, I would be grateful. That's what I told myself last year. This year is all about gratefulness, and I'll be sharing 12 things that I'm grateful for, and then 7 things that I've learned out of everything that I've learned. 7 things that I have learned, which makes up to 19 years celebration. So I'm thinking of starting with the 7 things that I have learned throughout before we go to gratitude. Instead, that will make more sense. So before we go to gratitude, I think the first thing I have learned is that time waits for no one, but instead time reveals everything. So when I was in school, I don't dive too deep, but like just time waits for no one and time reveals everything. So if somebody's telling you can't do this, you can't do that, just wait, time will reveal what it is. Just make sure that you are doing your own part in achieving what you need to achieve, basically. Second thing is know God. Like, I am so grateful that I know God. Anyway, let's not move into the gratitude part, but literally know God. Don't just know that God is good. Know Him as your Father. Know Him as Abba Father. Hold Him tight, because man, things are going to be happening, and it's only God that is going to pull you through every single aspect of your life. Part 3, the fruit of kindness. The fruit of the spirit called kindness. Learn to be kind, learn to be gentle, learn to be nice. Be nice to people, whoever you see, people you see on the street, people you see around your colleagues. Be nice to them. Don't be so hooked up, don't be so tight. Be gentle, be nice, be kind to people, because it actually pays. It actually pays. So be kind, be nice. And then the 4th one, learn to value people's time, because I think time is very, very valuable. I remember from 100 Days of Discipleship, Pastor Emmanuel Aaron said, when you want to live a purposeful life, you will learn to like manage your time accurately. So don't say that you want to meet somebody at 6 o'clock and then you're coming 6:30. That person has waiting for you since 6 o'clock. I don't think that is right, because during that 30 minutes, the person could have been able to do other things that were also important to him. So do not waste people's time. Learn to value people's time. Learn to value the time that they spend with you. Learn to value the time that they spend in carrying out your work or whatever you have assigned to them. Then the 5th one is learn to bear the fruit of the spirit. Most times when I hear the fruit of the spirit, I just feel like love, peace, joy, and gentleness, kindness, patience. I think it's not just to know that there's the fruit of the spirit that you're supposed to bear, but actually don't just know it, but bear it. Like, let it exhibit in your life. Let it exhibit in everything that you do. Let it exhibit in how you speak to people. Let it exhibit in how you treat yourself, because love is not just about loving others. You still have to like love yourself. You still need to be kind to yourself. You still need to be patient with yourself. So whatever you are doing, be able to like bear the fruits. Don't just know that there's the fruit of the spirit. Bear the fruit of the spirit. Number 6, have a good relationship, or build a good relationship with your parents. I think in the long run, it actually helps, because when things happen to you, there's a way you can reach out to your parents for help and assistance. It's better. Let me give my own story. Like, there's a rule that my dad made for me when I entered university. He said we're going to speak every single day. Like, literally every single day. And he made he made a rule that if it doesn't happen, there was a punishment that was going to be attached to it. Out of fear, actually. I always, like, if my dad doesn't call, I call him. And then if I don't call, he calls. And that rule still stands. And it's actually like build our bond, that even after I left school, we still talk every day. We still like, even if it's just to say how are you, how was your day, that's it. I just want to hear your voice, that's it. Like, it's really it is really, really very good, like, to build relationship with your parents. I don't know, like, that's my own experience, and that's like what I've learned over time. And I believe when I become a parent, I would also want to like build that kind of relationship with my children as well. And then finally, out of all the lessons I've learned, the seventh one would be to invest in yourself. Like, you're literally your own motivator, like your biggest, let me not say your own motivator, but like your biggest motivator. So keep investing in yourself, keep equipping yourself, keep doing things that will be of value. Basically, continue to invest in different things about yourself, invest in books for yourself, invest in knowledge, invest in whatever thing that you need to invest in order to give value to people, in order to be a person of value. That is the 7 lessons that I've learned so far, or I have gained so far in my 19 years. That's not the only lessons I've gained, but like, you get. Before we move on to the gratitude or to things that I'm very grateful to God for, if you have not subscribed, I don't know what you are waiting for. Why are you enjoying all this content without subscribing? So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the like button, and comment below what are the things that you have been grateful for to God throughout this year. Just this year, what have you been grateful for? Or throughout your lifetime, what have you been grateful to God for? And what are the lessons that you have learned so far? What are the things that God has taught you so far in your journey? So now on to our 12 things that I am grateful to God for. Like, wow, 12 things. So the first thing I would say is the fact that I am a Christian, the fact that I knew God early enough. Like, of course, I've always been a Christian for when I was young. I grew up in a Baptist church, in a Baptist family. So like, go to church, morning devotion, night devotion. I've always known God. But then in my university years, it became like more serious, like building a better relationship with God. Because right now, that's really what is helping me. That's really, really what is helping me. And then the second thing is the parents that God gave to me. Like, I am really grateful. Like, I think I'm saying this like a lot, but like, I am really, 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 really grateful to God for the parents that gave me. I am thankful for the mom that He gave me. I'm thankful for my dad. And then I'm thankful for my family, like my parents and my siblings. I'm really thankful for them. And then the third thing I am grateful to God for is community. For my friends, for the people He surrounded me with. Because right now I am shooting with my colleague's phone because something happened to mine and it got spoiled, so I couldn't shoot with the phone. If I did not have a community around me, it would have really been difficult. Then when my phone got spoiled, I was using a church member's phone for my Instagram, for my WhatsApp. And I'm like, what if I didn't have these people around me? Would it have been possible to keep coming online when I didn't have any resources around me? It would have been very difficult. Very, very difficult. And so I'm very grateful to the community that I have, to the friends, to the colleagues that I have. And then the fourth thing I would say is I thank God for where I am serving. There are a lot of people that have their different experience of how NYC is to them, but mine is actually wonderful. I love where my LGI, that's my local government, is. I love where I'm working. Like, there's no toxic, what's the English now? It's not a toxic environment, basically. Like, it is very, very lovely. The owner of the company is a very nice man. My HR is nice, my colleague, my line manager. I think everybody is very, very lovely. Like, of course, everybody has their vices, but then they are a lovely set of people. And I'm so grateful because I'm able to work and then I'm able to still do my, my own personal things without anything being really affected. I think that should be the fifth thing that I'm grateful for. I am grateful for education. I'm grateful for growth, let me put it that way. Because people, like, I'm sure I've seen people of my age that are already done with school and they are also like very far than me, but then I'm still grateful that if I followed the normal like step, I most likely will still be in uni by now, like maybe 200 or 300 level. That's where I would be. But I am so grateful that my education was fast and God had planned for me. Like, He has plans for me that is still yet to reveal. Like, I'm really grateful to God for the growth in my education, my academic life in general. And this will lead to my sixth thing that I am grateful for. I'm thankful to this person. That would be my lesson teacher from when I was in primary one. Like, this lady, I've not really thanked her enough. She was the one that really made me push forward to my education. She was the one that kept telling my parents I could write this exam, I could write that exam. Like, she kept motivating me that I can do it, I'm capable. Like, it's so lovely. And even till now, we still keep connection, and she's always like, I'm very proud of you, I'm this. Like, it's so very lovely. I'm thankful for the fact that she is in my life, that God brought her to my life at the right time. So thank you very much, Auntie Blessing. Just in case you'll be watching this, thank you very much. And then the sixth thing I am grateful for would be provision. I want to add two things together: provision and protection. Because throughout my 4 years, I stayed in Delta State and my school was in Ocean State. So the road was not really so good. There were days that when I was passing, there was there was a time X-Men attacked. So like, I went through the road and nothing happened to me. Even if I saw dead body, nothing happened to me. So like, protection is something I want to thank God for. That throughout my journey, nothing really happened to me at all. I went to school safe. I went back home safe. Nothing, no kidnapping, no accidents. Even there was a time that our car spot at the middle of nowhere, like, everywhere was bushy and it was already turning evening. But by God's grace, we were able to find solution to it, and we all went to school. Like, we were with, like, not just me alone, some students, and we all went to school. Nothing happened. So I'm really, really, really grateful for stuff like that. Like, God, thank you. And then provision as well. Like, throughout my school years, God provided. God provided for me. God provided for my parents. God was just providing. It was really, He kept providing. I don't think there was a day that I was I was hungry, because there was always provision for me, basically. And then the next thing I'm very grateful for, it is more like a testimony, but I am grateful for passing parts of my professional exam. So I'm an accountant by profession. I have my professional exam in May, and I am so grateful to God that the papers I wrote, I passed them. Like, I know when I started preparing for that exam, and God was so grateful that I passed the 2 papers. And so please pray for me. I just have like 3 papers left to finally finish my icon exam. Yes. The next thing I'm very grateful to God for would be Bowen University. I'm very grateful to God that I went to that school. There was a way, there was a way God just made it. The school that my dad wanted me to go to, the person that was supposed to register me for the school registered me late, so I could not even go. And then Bowen came, I wrote the whole screening exam and all, and I passed. Like, I was like, thank you, Jesus, that at least I wouldn't have to remain at home for 1 year before going to school. Like, everything was great. And then my final year was superb. My project, everything was great. My project supervisor, everything was just really, really great. So I thank God for Bowen University. I thank God for the fact that I attended Bowen University. Really superb. Then the next thing would be, I thank God for my faith. I said at the beginning that I thank God that I'm a Christian, but then I thank God for my faith. That something happened last year, but no matter what happened, I still kept my faith. I still kept believing in God, and that actually built my relationship with Him stronger, really, really stronger. So I am so grateful to God that I am still with Him. We are still in a very sweet relationship. And the last thing would be for all-round growth. I am very grateful to God for every single aspect of my life. For how far He has seen me, for how far He will see me, for how far He is seeing me. Basically, I'm really, 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 really grateful for every single part of my life. This is not the end of the story, or this is not the end of my gratefulness. There are so many other things I am grateful to God for. But I would like to hear from you in the comment section. Are there things that God has done for you in these past few years that you want to thank God for? Even when it seems like it's the littlest thing, you still want to thank God for it. And once again, happy birthday to me. I'm so grateful to be celebrating this year in good health and in sound mind. Grateful for that. So today I was supposed to do a launching for something, but I couldn't get everything prepared. So in due time, I'm going to be revealing a brand called Kingdom Garb. It's a Christian clothing brand in due time. So be expectant, anticipate it. I hope you enjoyed today's video with all my thankfulness and my lessons. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you learned something from it. I pray you learned something from it. And I also pray that for everyone that may be celebrating something, that your celebration will never end. You will keep celebrating and celebrating and celebrating. So don't forget, before you go, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like this video if you have not liked it. And then please comment below what thing that you are very grateful to God for. Some lessons that you have learned over the years. And also, finally, I remain your girl, Omoye, the girl loved by God. Stay tuned for more valuable content. Thank you.